Hi Jody, this is Kristy Brown. I'm a 49-year-old straight white female, and taking your class has helped me better understand my life as a whole. I now know how to classify my life so far using Bronfenbrenner's system, starting with the microsystem and ending with the chronosystem. Learning this system has helped me better understand my life now and the process of actually where I am now and where it's heading. I found that most of my life has been spent in the microsystem and the chronosystem. The microsystem includes my immediate family, my peers, workplace, and school, and the chronosystem includes a dimension of time. This class has enlightened me about the racism I was raised around. After reading some of Robin DiAngelo's chapters about white fragility, I myself realized that I was raised around white fragility. Unfortunately, my father was one of the most prejudiced people I've ever met. He was the epitome of white fragility. I feel my life was overly padded due to my father's prejudice against all other ethnicities. I was raised in an all-white neighborhood and went to all-white schools. And as a child, being raised and going through my teenage years, I was offered objects. If I would not date or avoid black and Hispanic males. He wasn't fond of Asians either, but he really stressed that he did not want me to date black or Hispanic males. And there's a couple incidences that really stand out about these objects that I was offered, if I did not date outside of my race. And one of the times is I was almost 16 and I had my driver's permit and my family knew I wanted a Ford Mustang. So instead of offering to buy me this car when, if I got good grades, they would buy me this car, they offered to buy me this car if I did not date any black or Hispanic males. I was shocked. I was shocked by this, and I was actually embarrassed for my family's ignorance. It really disgusted me. And another major incident that happened in my life was when my parents were married for 25 years, and after those 25 years, my mom left my dad for a Hispanic male. My father, of course, was livid, and he gave them nicknames. So my mother's name was the Pig, and her boyfriend's name was the Wetback. So every time he would talk about them, he would call them the Pig and the Wetback. And if when he saw them around town or, in passing, he just used those words all the time. And it really made me feel bad because that still was my mother, regardless, of if she stayed with my father or not, or what man she chose. The more that I was pushed towards being racist, the more I fought it. I embraced all different people of different ethnicities through high school. I never would bring them home because I knew how my father felt. I didn't want to rock the boat at home. I was still a minor, but actually, as time went on and as I became closer to being an adult, almost 18, there wasn't much he could do about the friends that I chose and stuff. So he didn't disown me like he said he would. I've made a point to include all people of different ethnicities in my life and my families. I'm proud to say I'm not prejudiced and my kids aren't either. I'm also very proud of myself because I've broken I call it the prejudice chain. I made a promise to myself when I was younger that I wouldn't be prejudiced, and if I ever had any children, I would teach them what's right, and that was you're to look at everyone as equal and not to judge people by the color of their skin. Judge them by their actions. Everyone as a whole needs to work on ending racism. My hope is that people take classes like this one, and that enough people become educated about other people of different ethnicities and see how racism ruins lives, and that hopefully this will help end racism. We as people need to spread the love and embrace all people of different ethnicities, and I think this will help, children growing up who aren't of the majority, and I think it will improve their lives if they don't have to deal with racism. If they go to school, they're there to learn, and to have to deal with being judged because of your skin color or religion or culture, it really hinders their learning and their education. So I want to thank you for everything, Jody. The class has helped me understand again where I've come from and the process of all the events that's happened in my life, and thanks again, and I hope to see you around campus. Take care.